November, time for us to be thankful for all the wonderful bounty that fall has to bring. I mean, we get to spend a little bit more time with friends and family, eat way too much food, and pass out after Thanksgiving dinner where our uncle's just spouting a little bit too much about those NFT things. But beyond all those things, November is so much more important than that. Because for us gamers out there, November marks the start of the holiday release season, and boy, is this November packed. I'm Christian, aka the Platinum Chin, and I'm going to take you through the top 10 games releasing November 2021. But before we dive in, be sure to leave a like and share the video so that you can help us grow. And be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you can stay up to date on all the videos that we release on this channel. Now, with all that said, let's dig in. Just Dance 2022. Just Dance is a long-running rhythm game franchise that just keeps getting better. If you've never played before, think of it as the dance version of Rock Band or Guitar Hero. You move your body to follow along and try your best to sync with the dances presented on screen. You can use your console's motion controllers or a smartphone app so that you're able to get your groove on in the most convenient way to you. This year, Just Dance will feature some absolute bangers like Chandelier by Sia, Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo, and Mr. Blue Sky by the Electric Light Orchestra, which most of you probably know from the opening scene of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. A great party game, Just Dance is looking to be a solid offering to get you and your family moving to work off all that rich holiday food. Just Dance 2022 will be coming out for all current and last-gen Sony and Microsoft consoles, Nintendo Switch, and Google Stadia on November 4th. Forza Horizon 5. Xbox fans, it's time. Microsoft is coming out swinging with the first big Xbox exclusive since the release of the Series consoles. Forza Horizon 5 is looking to capitalize on the power of the newest line of the Series line of systems by creating the largest map in franchise history. Set in Mexico, Forza Horizon 5 games for you to take part in if you're more into an arcade racing experience. It's exciting to see Xbox on the edge of their first major offering since the system's launch, and it's looking like Forza Horizon 5 will be a must-buy for all fans of racing sims who play on Xbox consoles. Forza Horizon 5 will be released on current and last-gen Xbox consoles and Microsoft Windows on November 9th. Grand Theft Auto: The Trilogy. If you're someone who likes living on the wild side, the GTA Trilogy is coming this November and it looks to be a great time. With gorgeous new lighting and improved textures on GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, you'll get to relive these classics with new visuals that help the old school GTA games really pop. Whether you're someone who played these games when they first came out and are hankering for some mayhem, or you're someone who has only played GTA for the past 8 years, you're sure to have a great time running through these classics. Just remember, these games don't have online multiplayer or shark cards, so you only have to spend money one time to play them. You do, however, get improved controls and new features to these games, such as lock-on aiming and weapons wheels. Switch users will also get gyro aiming, and PC players will be able to take advantage of NVIDIA's DLSS if you've got the hardware for that. Overall, it's looking like this is more than just a fresh coat of paint and is bringing some serious quality of life updates to games that might feel dated otherwise. We're looking forward to revisiting these classics and creating as much havoc as possible. If you're a fan of JRPGs, and let's face it, if you're watching 5.9 content, you probably are. The latest entry in the Shin Megami Tensei series will probably be right up your alley, with some new features including the press turn system that allows players to press their enemies' weaknesses for additional turns in battle, and some returning features from past titles such as Raising Demons. The long-running series is attempting to keep what you love and add new layers for you to experience. With a gorgeous anime art style, a grounded setting in modern-day Tokyo, and a total of 214 demons for you to collect, you'll likely be able to burn a few hundred hours, as is tradition with any good JRPG, playing through the story and collecting everything. However, another added bonus is that you'll be able to make choices at critical junctures throughout the story and experience several different endings as a result, making for some great replayability if you choose to start over from scratch after your initial playthrough. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is coming to Nintendo Switch on November 11th. The king of arcade shooters is back, and it's heading back to World War II. Call of Duty as a franchise has probably taught a generation more about combat in World War II than any college history course, and Call of Duty Vanguard taking us back to the Second Great War is just another chance for you to use a Thompson to cut down your foes. With some awesome additions to multiplayer, like being able to break through destructible environments, Call of Duty gameplay is about to get faster than ever, and it looks to be the perfect kick back and relax shooter for all of you out there who just love to get the new Call of Duty every year and chill. And that story is supposed to introduce some new features too, like increased focus on strategy mechanics like climbing walls and blind firing from cover. There will also be a new zombies mode, and with a whole new slew of Easter eggs to uncover, we are sure you and some friends will be able to spend countless hours slaying the hordes and solving puzzles with your buddies. New to zombies this year is the Altar of Covenants, which will grant randomized gameplay buffs every game, so you'll always have a little bit of different experiences right from the get-go. Call of Duty Vanguard is available on all current and last-gen Sony and Microsoft consoles and Microsoft Windows on November 5th. If you're not as much of a fan of the quick-paced arcade style of Call of Duty, but you yearn for more tactical, big team-oriented shooter action, Battlefield 2042 is it. A big change this year for DICE's FPS heavy hitter franchise is the fact that there will be no single player campaign. But if you're someone who loves a Battlefield game for its insanely large multiplayer matches, you're in luck. Aside from the usual modes like Conquest and Breakthrough, there will also be the newly announced Hazard Zone, which will be something like a battle royale, but the players have to compete for an objective. And not only do they have to obtain that objective, but they then have to survive to extract what they recovered on their mission. Hazard Zone really seems like a new step for the Battlefield franchise, and is something similar to Hunt Showdown or Tarkov, both of which have dedicated audiences. Hopefully, EA and DICE can bring this mode to the mainstream. Because of all of the Battle Royale formulas over the past 4 years, this has been my personal favorite. And don't worry about playing Battlefield with your friends, because as long as you've got the same generation of platform, crossplay will be enabled. That means Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5 owners, and PC players can all play together, while Xbox One and PS4 owners will be able to match together. It's shaping up to be a big year for the two juggernauts of the FPS world, and Battlefield is definitely on our to-do list of games this holiday season. Battlefield 2042 releases for all current and last-gen Microsoft and PlayStation consoles and Microsoft Windows on November 19th. Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV? With an expanded free trial, which you can play through the entirety of... You know what? You already know the sales pitch. After lengthy delays stemming from the pandemic, the long-awaited Endwalker expansion is finally upon us. Square up, see what we did there, against the Garlean Empire as they attempt to conquer your homeland and subjugate your allies. Featuring an epic new story for you to make your way through, you can also take on 2 new jobs: Mastery of the Sage, a healer who uses various magical artifacts to augment their abilities, or the Reaper, a melee-based assault class that summons avatars from the void to gain power. This will lead to all new playstyles for you to explore. There will also be some form of new PvP mode introduced in Endwalker, but details on that have been extremely sparse. And for those who really don't want to compete with others and just want to enjoy the Final Fantasy XIV aesthetic and vibe, Endwalker will also introduce the Island Sanctuary, where you can garden and keep pets. If you're an Animal Crossing fan, now might be the best time for you to get into Final Fantasy XIV. Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker will release on PlayStation 4 and 5, Microsoft Windows, and Mac OS on November 23rd. Don't even get me started on this last game, because the last game on our list is the highly anticipated remakes to the celebrated 4th generation of Pokemon games. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are some of the most legendary entries of the long-running Gotta Catch 'Em All franchise. Generation 4 was the first generation to introduce physical and special split depending on the move instead of the type, which became a staple of the series. It also introduced the Underground, which is being remade as the Grand Underground in these new remakes. The Grand Underground will feature all the things you remember and include online play as opposed to the local online play of the DS days. It will also feature new Pokemon hideaways, which appear to be something akin to the wild area from Sword and Shield, and you'll find a variety of different types of hideaways that contain different types of Pokemon that you can capture. The best thing, in our opinion, is the look. Truly an update of how traditional Pokemon games look, the Diamond and Pearl remakes are giving us the old school chibi look for our characters when traversing the overworld and underground but revert to the more detailed style of Sword and Shield when entering a battle with a trainer or wild Pokemon. We're pretty sure it's the nostalgia of seeing one of our favorite generations again, but the chibi style has us feeling some kind of way. And being able to customize our outfits, Pokeballs, and throw animations mean that we can really feel like we are in the adventure ourselves this time around. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl arrive on the Nintendo Switch on November 19th. Are there any games that you're really excited for that we left out? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments down below. Personally, I'm really excited for the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake. Those were probably the games that I sunk the most hours into as a kid. I played them endlessly, hundreds of hours. Also, the GTA remake trilogy doesn't look half bad either. But anyways, I'm Christian, aka the Platinum Chin, and if you made it this far, I want to thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.